What's happening? Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris.
I'm Pete.
And today we're going to look at something from Portsmouth Brewing, home of the fabled Kate the Great, which they no longer brew because the brewmaster, Todd Mott, has moved on. They do have another phenomenal Imperial Stout, the Russian Impy Stout, which is as good, if not way better. Personal opinion. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this is their Berliner Weisse. Just came out a little bit ago. This is my dog that's wandering around. His name is Moo Moo, and he's awesome. Please, he's chewing on a bone. Don't let that distract you. But this is coming in. I was just trying to look it up real quickly. A very low alcohol percentage, which is traditional for most Berliner Weisse. Maybe we're gonna call it hovering around the 3% sort of umbrella. Maybe slightly more, perhaps less.
I think Keene City water is 3% with all the chemicals and stuff in it.
That would be a very nice thing. I don't get any of that. My water actually tastes good.
Jealous.
In the town that I live in. What? This is a strawberry rhubarb Berliner Weisse. This is traditionally a style that's brewed to be low alcohol, tart, kind of refreshing, and most of the time, at the time of serving, they would add a raspberry sort of syrup to it, something like that, just to add some sweetness to balance out the tartness. For this particular one, they brewed it with the rhubarb just to add some tartness, a little bit of sweetness in the flavor, but also a whole bunch of pureed strawberry, just to add some more sweetness, balancing out the tartness. So, taking a look at it, it's definitely a very light straw, but again, as we were talking about in the last beer, very cloudy. There's, going on the sun, yeah, that is extremely cloudy. There's nothing you're seeing through it. And it's pouring with, it had still a half finger of a very bright white, very dense, small bubble head on. And I can't see much in the way of carbonation at all.
It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's something, I don't have a tremendous amount of familiarity
Yeah,
or,
I don't either.
having tried the style a lot, just because there's not a lot available, but it's something this summer that I found. It's here's a particular style I kind of enjoy for the summer, and seeking them out for what I could. So, yeah. So let's give it a nose here.
Oh, it's got a nice little tart.
Yeah, nose is definitely tart. It's kind of weedy almost, like you can definitely it's like a wheat malt, crackery kind of, just right there in the background.
What did you say, 3%?
Yeah, hovering right around 3.
The nose is really, really strong for something with that.
You're saying alcohol-wise?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a great nose.
Which for me, that's not something I'm picking up at all. I'm not getting any. I'm not.
Oh, I'm not getting any
alcohol.
heat. No, I'm just talking. Usually, 3%, you're not going to get much
Or like
aroma.
an aroma. Okay, an aroma. Okay.
No, this has a really, really strong.
Yeah.
Strong scent to it.
Yeah, there's some funkiness in it, tartness.
Yeah.
For the Berliner Weisse that I've had, this is spot on. It's exactly what you're looking for in the style.
Yeah.
Let's get to the drinking part. Cheers.
Really light mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't leave.
That's the main thing I was just noticing. I had this 2 weeks ago at the Southern New Hampshire Brewers Festival. There seemed to be a bit fuller mouthfeel. I don't know if that was that there was a touch more carbonation to it. Not that I'm saying this is flat by any stretch of the imagination, which it's not. It definitely has a very light mouthfeel. You're getting sort of that weedy, malty sort of taste in there. It's very dry. I'm not getting a whole lot in the way of strawberry on this. Like, I know, like the assistant brewer there, Matt Gallagher. It's one of my old college friends. Oddly enough, spent a large amount of time talking with him about the beer and other stuff because I haven't seen him in the better part of a decade. But yeah, he was saying there was a whole lot of pureed strawberry that went into the mix.
This is one where I normally defer to your palate, but I'm actually getting a lot more. I'm getting that out of it.
The strawberry?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. It's like the more you think about what's actually in it, like I can see the strawberry. The strawberry is very light, but it's what you would actually get if you weren't adding artificial strawberry flavor per se.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's definitely there.
Right.
I'm definitely tasting that.
And it's a very natural strawberry flavor.
I gotta say, this is damn good.
Yeah, like I was saying, like low alcohol, hanging out, refreshing
I
beer.
could drink this all day. I mean, it really, for a sessionable beer, and it is. I mean, it's even on the low end of a session beer.
Yeah, like unless you live in Utah, I don't think you're and adhering to the laws, because you can get a lot of awesome beer in Utah. But if you're adhering, no, you can't.
Can you?
All the Uinta stuff.
Oh, is Uinta from Utah?
Uinta, right? Utah. Like my friend Lynn lives out in Utah, and they have a ton, like Epic Brewing. There's a ton of places out there that just give you really good, solid beers. But
No, I mean when
I'm just saying, per se, they have the other beers that are.
I'm definitely getting, the more I drink this, more strawberry. But when you think of like a Michelob Light has 50% more alcohol than this does.
But not this much flavor.
But this
Or
blows it away
refreshingness.
as far as refreshingness and
Yeah.
flavor and stuff. I mean, this is top notch.
It is. Yeah, still, there's plenty of carbonation. Everything else just makes it a very effervescent, easy drinking beer. My dog is making a whole lot of noise with that bone. But yeah, with that said, we're gonna keep enjoying the rest of this. Hope you're enjoying something as well, and see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers. It could be the alcohol from the last two, but A+.